Okay. This thing's mighty close here, all up in my face. Well, in any case, uh, I thought it's important that we make some videos of our ancestors and some of our family members, at least today, that have passed along, and share some memories of them so we can pass this on to our younger generation. And I'm going to talk about, in general now, the original 11, which are the descendants of Lee, Barney, and Hattie. So that would be generation 3. We're talking about John, Barney, and Mary Ann, then Lee, Barney, and Hattie, which I'm in that stream. And then 11 siblings of Lee, Barney, and Hattie. And I'm going to name them alphabetically, I hope. Starting with Barney, then it was Bryant, then it was Calvin, Collins, Malone, General Lee, and Gilliner. Now, Gilliner died young. He was a very aggressive individual, so he died kind of young. But anyhow, so the girls were Ethel, Rosa, Marguerite, and Mary Alice. Okay. Now, I don't remember, the reason I don't remember a lot is because when we would go and visit, my mother made sure, let me start here. My mother made sure that she went around and visited each one of her brothers and sisters at least once a year. They lived in one of 3 places generally: in Thomasville, Alabama. Aunt Ethel, Aunt Marguerite, and Uncle Barney lived in Thomasville. Some lived in Birmingham. Uncle Calvin, General Lee, and Malone lived in Birmingham. And others lived in Mobile. Brian, Mary Alice, Collins lived in Mobile. But anyhow, reason I don't remember a lot because when we would go and visit, the children were sent outside. They were speaking, doing small talk with the children, but by and large, children did not sit up in the room and look up in adult faces when adults were carrying on an adult conversation and sitting up in there making comments and offering their opinion. That was a no-no back in them days. Another thing, in those days, when an adult told you to do something, you did it without question. Now I hear a lady was in the store the other day. The boy wanted to get in the basket. His little butt was too big to get up in the basket, but she was trying to tell him it was too big. He didn't want to get up in the basket. You too big to get up in the basket. All right, okay. They'll tell him to do something, then they'll follow with, all right, okay. In them days, you did not have to understand why they told you to do it, and you didn't have to agree to it. You did it, and the next time come out your mouth better be yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, or the next time you hear was the sound of somebody's hand or fist upside your head or foot up your butt. Now, sometimes that the original 11 would get together at someone's funeral. Unfortunately, that's only time a lot of us families get together is at these funerals. But I will say this, at least when I was around, I never heard a crossword pass between any of them, okay? They got along, or seemingly got along. And I tell you, when someone died or whatever, nobody was out there fighting over 1 or 2 nickels and dimes and dollars. You know, I would say it's almost better not to even leave your children than to have to see them out there fall out and fight over a car or a house or a couple of dollars here and there. It's not worth it losing favor with your family over a few dollars. Adults in those days spoke on one accord. What was right in Birmingham was right in Mobile. It was right in Mobile. It was right in Tuskegee. It was right in Tuskegee. It was right in Thomasville. If you did wrong, any of them could whip your little butt. and nobody objected to it because they all spoke in one accord. Okay. Those men were also careful about what they said in front of and how they acted around children. They didn't say and do no anything. At least the people in my family, I'm grateful that I grew up in an upstanding church-going family, because in those days, adults didn't act no any kind of way and just do no any kind of thing in front of children. Uh, and that's basically my memory of my ancestors. That leave out anything. No. All right, that's about it.